clinical instructors. My name is Helen May T. Montilobano, and I am here to present the hand washing technique or the hand washing procedure. So first, before we start the procedure, let us first define what is hand washing and identify the significance of hand washing. So hand washing is the act of cleaning one's hand. So hand washing is very essential, especially to us nurses, to prevent infections and diseases. So now, I am going to start the hand washing procedure. First, I am going to assess myself. I am going to check my nails if it is filed short. And I am going to check my hands if there are cuts. And if there are cuts that are present, we should tell our instructors before we do such as works. So now, moving forward, we are going to plan. In planning, we are going to prepare the equipments that we needed. So in here, I have already prepared my equipments. The towel, I have here a liquid soap and a bar soap, and also the warm water. Okay, so now I am going to implement hand washing. So the first step we need to do is to stand in front of the sink. But always remember to stand inches away from the sink because we don't want our uniforms to be contaminated. And now here I am going to open my faucet. And also, there are 4 types of faucet in hospitals. There are handheld faucet, elbow faucet, knee lever, and the pedal type faucet. So in my case, I am using a handheld faucet. So now we are going to turn on the faucet and make sure to control the flow of the water because we don't want the water to splash in our uniforms and our uniforms will be contaminated. Okay. So now the first step is to wet our hands. So in wetting hands, we position our hands like this, so that the water flow comes from the arm to the fingertips. Because the rationale of this is that we are going to wet our hands from the least contaminated to the most contaminated. Because our hands is the most contaminated, then the arm. So now we are going to wet our hands like that, and make sure that we do not go back and forth, just one way. The water flow should be one way, like that. So now that I am done wetting my hands, I am now proceeding in putting some soap. So in my case, I am using a liquid soap. But if you are going to use a bar soap, before using it, you need first to clean the outer layer of the soap because there could be microorganisms that are stuck in there because we put it just in the counter for a while. So in my case, I am going to use the liquid soap. So now I'm going to press this. And also, we need to make sure that we had enough soap in our hands. Make sure that it is 2 ml to 4 ml of soap. Okay, so now, the next step is I am going to lather my hands very well. Like that. So the first step in lathering hands is first is to make a circular motion in our hands like this. in our palms. And also in the right side, the right palm. The next step is we don't need, we need to put our fingertips between here, in here, like that, because there could be microorganisms that are stuck between our fingertips. Also in the right hand. Also, we didn't also forget to, like this, circular motion in the back of our hands. Also in here, in the right side. And also, after that, we are going to lather our wrist, our arms, the right hand, okay, so in here, in lathering our hands, why do we need to start lathering our hands in our hands before lathering our arms? Because the hands are the most contaminated, and in our arm, this is the least contaminated. Okay, so now here I am done lathering my hands. I am now proceeding in rinsing of the soap into my hands. Okay, so in rinsing, a while ago, in wetting our hands, we position our hands like this. But in rinsing, we are going to position our hands like this. Because after this, I am going to explain. So now I am rinsing my hands like that. We make sure that there are no soap that will be left behind. Our fingertips, to make sure, like that, and down to our arms. We make sure that there would be no soap left behind. So now I am done with the right hand. I am now proceeding to my left hand. And don't forget to position your hands still, like this. Now rinsing my left hand, making sure that there are no soaps left behind. Now going down into my arms. So now I am done rinsing my hands. We need to position our hands like this because the rationale of this is that the arms is now the most contaminated than the hands because it's already clean. And the water flow, the drops would go from here to here because of the gravity. Okay, so now that I am done rinsing my hands, I am now proceeding in what do you call this? In drying your hands. Now picking up the towel and make sure you do not touch any of the surface in here because your hand will be again contaminated and you need to do the procedure from the top. So now I am getting the hand towel. I am now drying my hands. First is your fingertips. We need to dry our fingertips like this to make sure that it will not go back. Like that. And also we need to make sure that it is not very tough, because it can cause scratches, cuts, and also the next hand, the right hand. But we do not touch here in this part, because we put our left hand in there to dry. So now we are going to touch this part, because this is not this has not been used to dry off my left hand. In here, and then from the fingertips to our arms, like that. To make sure that we do not go back, we just tuck the towel in our hands to our arms. Okay, so now that I am done drying my hands, I can use the towel to turn off the faucet. We do not use our hands because it is already clean. So here, I am going to turn off the faucet using this towel. Okay, so now that my faucet is closed, I can also use this towel to dry off the sink counter. But make sure that you don't touch the counter, because your hands will be contaminated again. And you need to start the procedure all over again. Okay, so now we need to put our towel back, and we need to clean that or throw it away. Okay, so now after drying our hands, we still need to position our hands like this. Okay, so now I am done with the hand washing procedure. So now I am going to proceed to the gloving procedure, inserting of gloves.
Insert first my 4 fingers, like this.